Hey everyone, welcome back to the new 2014 North American Challenger Series. It's time for the third game in tonight's quarterfinal match between LOLPro and VVV Gaming. Now with one more win, either LOLPro or VVV are going to advance to the semifinals, which virtually gives them a spot in the Challenger Series postseason.
Yeah, and Game 1 was all about LOLPro's ability to fight. On the other hand, Game 2 was all about VVV. And the composition change, I really liked the fact that VVV picked up a tank this time. I've never been a big fan of people running Gragas in the top lane. Cloud9 didn't have success with it. Neither did VVV.
Yeah, it seemed to work out a little bit less. The frontliner is useful. They get the early lead. They just can't get the team fights going.
Yeah, there's a reason it's a part of the meta.
Yeah,
it really is. You know,
Takes help.
As much as that passive top laner, people don't like watching it. It's still extremely crucial to team fights.
Yeah, we just don't see the teams finish it out in time. I mean, like these guys get leads. They get 8,000 gold in Barons. It's just getting that siege, or at least removing the things like Pantheon that'll burn you for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very timeline-oriented, basically end the game by 33 minutes, or we're going to get outscaled.
Think about it as well. With Gragas, Ziggs, and Lee Sin all there, they can each remove an initiator who walks forward at you. It's like the Pantheon specifically that moves in without getting to be kicked away. Like, there's tools there for guys like Vi and for guys like Jarvan who would just run at you and get you. So I actually think like it was like just the Pantheon that killed it.
Just the Pantheon. Okay, so it might be a priority here. We talked about picked or banned. We'll see. The series is definitely chalked up being an interesting one. And both teams, they continued their calculated play through games 1 and 2. And in games 2, it was really even. They stayed close in gold and kills. And in the early game, it was really nobody's game. And then with the ticket to the Challenger Post Series on the line, neither team won, made the first mistake. And then VVV was able to take the lead to LOLPro.
Yeah.
And they just had Tails put them all on his back.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. His pentakill from Tails, it really sealed the deal in Game 3. That final engagement was what everything was leading up to. And we have to see if LOLPro will make Lucian a priority ban. I don't think so, but you know, Tails has been so successful on it both games.
Yeah. I think it's more comp-based, though. I really do.
Yeah.
Like, Tails are good at Lucian, that's fine, and he carried the game as Lucian, that's fine, but it's not like he can't play other champs.
Yeah.
Like, bring out Vayne, bring out Kate, whatever. I do think it's the fact that, look, Vi had no help. And it's like, you need to either have someone actually join you or just play a team that kills the front line and play, like, 2 high DPS backliners or something like that and just try to out-tank them. But that wasn't the game they were playing. They had split dive, split tank line, and you're gonna get taken away that way.
Yeah, and Lucian's one of those champions that isn't regarded as a late game hyper carry, but in the hands of Tails, it is.
Can be.
And I've seen him play Vayne before, I've seen him play Ezreal, and he is incredible. And those champions have so much mobility in their kit that's on a low cooldown. Same thing with Lucian.
Yeah.
But he's just amazing to watch. His positioning is very good. And once again, Pekin Wolf's not going to get his signature champion.
Nope. Needily banned away all 3 games. First ban, I think, each time. Yep. They're like, look, we know you're not going to get it. You know we're not going to let you get it. Just remove that at the beginning. Move on from there. VVV taking their time with these still. Removing Renekton. I got to say, that's the 2nd time in a row. Maybe all 3 that they removed Renekton from Monster, but they don't want him to lane bully Chris. They want to let Chris get to late game status and be that frontliner.
Yeah, and Shyvana's been picked both games. Swapped sides.
Yeah.
Pantheon picked both games. Swapped sides. So those are definitely priority picks for both of these teams.
Yeah.
And Lucian Caitlyn have been in both games. Also in both games, or all 3 games yesterday. So that's really what the bottom lane is just chalking up to, is this Lucian Caitlyn matchup. We're going to have to see slower bans coming out here.
Yeah.
Lulu taking off. It's pretty much a given. And Kassadin will probably be in there somewhere.
Yeah. But you talk about Lucian Caitlyn, yeah. So Lulu, Kassadin, those are the bans, that's fine. Those are the go-to safe AD carries right now, where it's like if you don't know what the enemy comp is running, or if you're not prepared to play a lot of peel, then you'll just pick those because they're the safe ones. They're the ones that that'll scale okay on 6 items, that'll lane well, which is important, and that if their support's an engaged support, they can still sit in the back line and be more or less okay. So we saw, for example, EG happy to run Morgana Jinx, 4 damage in the back line. That's plenty strong. Elise banned away as well, and that's actually kind of a double ban because Chris is a big Elise player as well. But still the Elise removed.
And this final ban coming out here, taking up all the time for it pretty much. It could be a Pantheon. Talked about it earlier. It's quite possible. But there's a lot open here. LeBlanc will still be on the table, so Pekin Wolf can pick that one up again as well. And
It is Pantheon.
It is Pantheon.
Okay.
Pantheon?
Pantheon.
I thought that's what you said.
No, but I'm glad you thought I said it because that means that I've trained you well to always assume the pun. LeBlanc. Why are you shaking your head at me?
No. We're moving on. So, LeBlanc, they accomplish multiple things here. They give Nijaki his most played in solo queue. But they also take away Peek and Wolf's champion from last game. This will put him back on something like a Gragas. We saw the Gragas LeBlanc matchup went last game. Just a lot of mobility built into LeBlanc and the outplay potential on Gragas because he has to aim every single one of his abilities. He doesn't have a point and click, whereas LeBlanc does.
Yeah, true.
So, junglers
play around those well.
Yeah.
Gotta land him. Gotta land the skills. Gotta do a good job. Honestly, Jackie, I feel like has been doing pretty well so far this series. The Vi hover right now for Get Snuggled. Chris also going to get the high priority pick on Shyvana. So third time in a row, twice in a row here for Chris. See if that works out for him. Did have a bit of a rough laning phase, but did do great in team fights later on.
Yeah,
no
that's how
reason
Shyvana
not to pick that up again. Yeah.
That's typically how Shyvana goes. You have a rough laning phase, but then you have so much innate damage with your burnout on multiple people in the late game. Movement speed, chasing people down, the stick-to-itiveness of her kit is really good. She doesn't have any hard CC, but
R kind of counts. Like it would be technically hard crowd
I always
control.
felt like they should take off some of her superfluous power and make it so that when you grab the first person in your jaws and drag them the entire way.
All the way to the back.
Like a dragon or something. Or at least grab them in your claws.
You'd be dragging them?
Yes, you'd be dragging them.
That was on purpose, right?
No. It literally wasn't. But I think you should drag them the entire way. Just the first person you collide with. Because then you'll have multiple uses. And it's so finicky. Because sometimes you'll see it go like, and you hit people like out of your way instead of with you.
Well, it vacuums in a little bit now. It actually pulls them with you a fair bit.
Yeah.
It actually kind of...
You always like over jump it, and then you're like, oh, gotta turn around, and now I do damage.
It does only pull them so far.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. But then it becomes a giant peel tool, which is a little weird sometimes. Lee Sin grabbed up and Trundle. So Heaven Time playing Lee Sin this time around. That did go to Get Snuggled a while back. The Trundle top lane still going through. The Morgana locked in with Sivir. So a lot of running at you coming from LoL Pro. I like this comp.
They changed their formula here. No Caitlyn, and now they're picking Morgana in the bottom lane. Sivir against Lucian. It's a good matchup. It's a good matchup for Lucian. Typically wins that one early, but that Morgana is to go ahead and try and counter the Leona. But this has been a matchup that a lot of people, the jury's still out on.
Yeah.
It's who wins this? We saw in EU Challenger, I was talking with Riv about this earlier, that Leona actually wins that. Because you can go ahead and use the Zenith Blade to close the distance and then stun Shield of Daybreak whoever didn't get the Black Shield.
Yeah.
And if they're very close to each other, then it's very easy to pull off. And if they're far away from each other, then you can still close the distance, but just a little harder.
Yeah.
Go ahead and use your ultimate on them, the Solar Flare.
Why not? And then follow up and just hit him in the face.
Yeah.
No big deal. Ziggs comes through for Peek and Wolf. Did play that the first game of the series. Didn't work out for him. This time, though, he's got a front line again, and he can definitely follow up on Leona and Vi diving into the back line. So if you're LOD, you got to be a little bit afraid. Got to see how these guys pan out. So a big team fight comp here for LoL Pro, almost entirely going for 5v5s. Jackie can play make by himself. VVV, though, looking for just like the hardcore dives just to start off whatever they can.
Yeah, this team composition looks like a combination of poke and wave clear, Lucian Ziggs, then you have a lot of engage and frontline, which is definitely different than their first game.
Yep.
Leona throwing Vi in there and Shyvana, I like that.
Yeah.
And then we looked at the composition that LoL Pro brought to the table. Good burst in here.
Yeah.
The jungle synergy with LeBlanc. Lee Sin LeBlanc is very deadly early on. If he can get those ganks off and make successful ganks onto Ziggs, when Peek and Wolf Ziggs, you can put him behind. You can stop his wave clear and delay his build, and make it so when they siege up, it's not as effective. And the picks here are actually what I'm going to look out for.
Okay.
Because Trundle Subjugate will steal Shyvana's stats in the late game, and then he'll be very vulnerable to a DFG burst from LeBlanc.
See if they can find it. Honestly, you can burst out the frontliners when Trundle's there to help you guys out. We'll see if it comes through. We are on the Rift, guys. Game 3 of our quarterfinal. Quarterfinal. There's English.
Yeah.
LoL Pro in blue, VVV in red. Doran shields for the supports. Mirrored builds actually down the line, aside from this mid lane. Jackie actually grabs a mana potion.
So far, every game of the Challenger Series, both in EU and NA, have gone to 3 games minus Cloud9 Eclipse versus Departed.
Yes.
The past 3 games have gone all the way in the best of 3. And Gonti actually sees this. So he's going to back up. Very cheeky invade here from LawPro. Oh, if he hadn't seen that, that would have hit.
Okay, they're not going to hit this one, but they are into the brush. Ping's coming out on all sides. LawPro are going to back off here. The missing ping coming out. They don't know what's on the other side of that brush. They got to be careful.
Is it Schrodinger's brush?
Yep. They are both inside and outside that brush.
Until you face check it.
And then you die because that was not the right choice. Curiosity kills the League of Legends player.
And Schrodinger's cat.
Yes. Well, no, I think it kills the cat. Which is weird. Why would Schrodinger's cat die?
Because he never opened the box and it starved to death.
But it's not in the box.
Is it?
I don't know.
That was the question.
What if there's breathing holes in the box? Then does the cat die?
But then you can peek in, and then you know.
No.
You don't have to open the box.
They're just big enough for air. It's a dark room.
Okay.
Peek and woof is a Ziggs. I didn't realize this. His backpack has a smiley face on it, too.
Yeah, that's where he throws the bomb from. He does a flip and throws the Mega Inferno bomb off of his back.
I actually never realized that because I'm never on the same screen as Ziggs when I cast it.
Ah.
So I don't ever see him do it. I just see the ground get a smiley face.
Yeah, he actually does like a front flip, puts his hands behind him, and goes straight over.
It'd be weird if he did a backflip, to be fair. They jump in on the LOH, the damage coming through. Solar-powered bullets.
Solar-powered bullets?
Yep, got it out. Made it happen. Made it up, too. Strong. I mean, to be fair, it's the power of the sun and the power of light.
Sunny D.
There's good synergy there.
Anyway, down bottom, LOD and LOH. They're actually zoning here. And the Dark Binding synergizes so well with the Boomerang Blade that when they get level 2, and they are going to get a little earlier than Tails, but Tails and Gonti have actually laned fairly well both games. Even when they lost, they still had great laning phase.
Yeah.
Not so much this game early on. 7-3.
We'll see. The first wave gets a little bit weird. Ooh, the damage on Tails puts the Q down. The Boomerang, the Ignite, has to barrier it. He will survive, but that is not how Tails wanted to start things out.
It's the level 2 coming out. Dark Binding into Boomerang Blade immediately.
Great play. Just absolutely great play.
Ignite used on top of that. Tails actually doesn't back. Just pops his potion. He's going to try to farm up. You don't want to miss these early waves.
Yeah, you miss 2 waves like this and you're gone. He's at least soaking up XP. We'll see, though, if the item disparity happens when the first recalls come through, what that's going to be. That's what I'm looking for here.
Get snuggled. He's going to go over this wall to avoid the ward.
He's not seen.
And Vault Breaker, now he has to wait 10 seconds before he can engage.
He's got to be careful. If he goes through the river, he'll get spotted by the ward in that brush.
He also should wait for the minion wave, too.
See how long he waits. Binding's going to land again, but it's on to Leona. She's going to be okay. The minion wave's going to be cleared out. This is actually about the time you want to go. There's the engage. Black Shield goes down. Waiting 3, 2, 1. Black Shield's done. The flash. The Q's going to land. The stun is going to find it. Yes, they are. LOH has nowhere to go. The kill to Tails. First blood worth about 400 gold and level up for fun.
Down 10 CS. First blood goes over to him. 2 assists on the back of it. Was before 4 minutes, so it is at the reduced value. But now we have Heaven Time and Nijaki rotating bottom.
Oh, they missed! The Q and the E, both skill shots missed. That is not what they wanted.
He actually looked like he was going to go into the bush and down,
yeah,
as opposed to up, which would be what you would think he would do, because he would go up towards his camps in the jungle.
I mean, maybe.
No. It was just a nice little movement there.
Gonti survives. Didn't even know he juked it.
Yeah.
Until after the fact. He's like, man, I'm sure glad I clicked
so
there.
Good at this game.
He's telepathic.
I'm great at this game. You might have heard of it. It's called League of Legends, and my name's Gonti. Just a lot of praise for that guy. I've actually never heard of him previously. He was replacing Godshoe, who was the original VVV support. And you know, he's definitely living up to it. Able to get Tails through the laning phase consistently, not giving up early kills. Actually taking some of the kills, too.
Why not?
Why not? Wow. Gets Knuckle going for a repeat here. He knows that Flash is down for LOH. And he is very patient. He will always wait out that cooldown.
Black Shield's down right now. It's like a 15-second cooldown or so. They could go for this right now.
3 on Vault Breaker.
All right, they're going to start the move. Gonti looking forward. LOH is like, uh-oh, something's wrong here. Snuggle's going to go for the blind jump on LOH. And the spell shield in from LOD does not matter. The damage coming through. Gonti lands the E. That's going to be another kill for Tails. 274 for that one, and VVV just walks right back out. You might have a 22 minion kill lead, but I think 2 kills are better.
Yeah, definitely on the overall for your team. 500 gold lead for VVV. Not substantial, but in the early game, it does mean a lot. Could be the difference between backing and getting the BF sword and backing saying, do I get a pickaxe? I don't know.
Well, Tails already bought a Vamp Scepter, so
Yeah.
it's going to be a while until he gets some new items in this inventory.
Heaven time. Spotted by a ward here, so nothing's going to happen. He's backing. And down bottom.
More like recall time.
Yeah. Oh. Nope. Not if Pekin Wolf has anything to say about it. Gives him a little bomb for his trouble. And the
More like
ward.
recall time.
Pink ward going down. You say it every time.
I'm sorry.
He interrupts it.
Moo.
Moo?
Never mind. I'm sorry. I got like 2 steps ahead on that one.
I'm so lost.
It's the knock knock who's there interrupting cow joke. You've heard that one before, right?
Yeah, no, I've heard that.
Okay, so that's what I was like Yomi level 3 on you on that one.
Okay. So they saw the pink ward go down and get snuggled. He's going to clean this one up for himself. Finally, level 4. He'd actually ganked bottom twice as level 3.
Ooh,
now,
Jackie dodges the skills. Nice.
Get Snuggle actually backs off for a bit. Level 6 is here for Jackie and Pekin Wolf. So the Mimic is out. It's going to be a little easier to escape. So Get Snuggle decides not to attempt that gank.
It's fine.
And so they've been ganking bottom a lot.
Yeah.
Because Tails carried them last game. Why not get him started early?
Absolutely.
Might draw a little more attention to him for LOL Pro. And the fact they actually have to keep him down. And I do want to reiterate this, that the team that loses most likely will not make the top 6 unless a tragedy befalls another team. The team that wins will make the top 6 and postseason between these two. So this single game is these two teams' LCS dreams.
It's a good chance of that one. I'm thinking about it though because COG right now doesn't have a full starting lineup. They disbanded.
Yes, they are not in it.
So there's 3 first split teams, and then you've already got LMQ joining in, like already making the semis,
yeah.
right?
So LMQ, Call Black, Complexity Red.
Yeah.
Team that wins this gets 7.
Yeah. So that's 4.
And then there's the possibility that Curse Academy, because they have 1 point from the previous one.
But basically,
they'll get 2.
Basically, if the 2 complexities win,
Yes.
then you've got a big tie for 5th, 6th. Because you're going to have 4 teams up there.
With 2 points?
You've got a bunch of teams with 2 points.
No, Curse Academy,
They do have a point from
they have
the
a
first
point from
round?
the previous one because they made it to round of 8.
Okay.
So they are automatically through.
Then a big tie for 6th, I believe. If COG can't put a roster together. If both complexities win.
Cloud9 Tempest has 1 point as well.
Oh, you're right. I forgot. Okay. Then yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, and they're
I
in
forgot
round
all
of 3.
that.
So the teams with 2 points, that's why Team 8 can no longer make it. Unless, of course, something happens to all these
Unless
teams.
something
But
happens.
still get snuggled. Oh, that's going to happen in Heaven Time.
Uh-oh, Heaven Time not happy, man. Snuggled picks him up.
A lot of rotating there
Yeah.
in the meantime. And tragedy befalls Heaven Time in the meantime. No dragon picked up off of that, despite killing the jungler.
Yeah.
VVV decides not to go with that and be a little conservative with their movements. No big risks.
Nuh-uh. These guys are okay. So here we go from here. LOD. Chilling out. Honestly, LOL Pro, I mean, they really want to get to the team fight phase. That's really what they're all about. They haven't gotten there yet, though. The ganks have been so freaking good from Get Snuggled.
But not the CS from Tails.
It's okay. He's from Champions. It's okay. Dante's going to look nice. Spell shield.
He saw that.
Well timed.
The
Really
MO.
well timed.
He was like, that's the method of operation there for Gonti. He's going to Zenith Blade the Morgana and then stun the Sivir. He saw that one coming. It's so hard to stun the Sivir, too, because he has a spell shield on top of the Black Shield.
Yeah. Going to be all right with this one.
So he can block everything with help of Morgana.
Good stuff with these guys. Tails
Level
and Gonti.
6s.
Ooh, he's going to go in for it anyway.
No level 6 for LOH, though. Oh, there we go.
Can he bait the spell shield? Nope, just going to get Ignite to the base, and there's the re-engage at 6. This could be bad. Gonti, he's going to get away with Flash. The chase in from Tails just goes to the barrier. There's a 6-bomb.
Oh!
Happy face! Flash from LOD. Tails flashes, picks it up. LOH safe on the back lines. Man.
Got the flash back in towards Tails. The communication there was, he's going to come back into you and get Snuggled rotating bottom. So is Jackie.
Uh-oh. Snuggled. I don't think he got seen, actually. Sees Jackie, though. Misses the E. Jackie! Ooh, he missed a few of these so far. There's the ward. LOH almost has nowhere to go. He could just run left really fast and get out, but he thinks Jackie's enough to keep him alive here. He will not dive the turret.
That's
so
going
they
to
are
call
safe.
Heaven Time to the mid lane to try and deal with Pekin Wolf, who's getting free farm here. and just pushing this into the turret, possibly getting some damage on it. And down bottom, Nijaki splitting some experience. He's actually going to back, too.
All right, everyone going to be a little bit safe here. 90 to 72 in the mid lane.
41 to 78 in the bottom lane, though.
Yeah.
But Tails, he's still in a great spot because of the kills.
Yeah, he is, honestly. You can see the overall team gold, 1,500 in VVV's favor. That does definitely matter. Chris and Hans are having a pretty similar performance to last time. 15 minions, but Hans are ahead. Chris going to keep trying to hold on here and scale up. Hanser switched his build. He went Tiamat. So he is trying to push, trying to create pressure himself. He's kind of been MVP here, and he's got Summoner Teleport as well to help make that happen.
Snuggle just came over the wall of the Dragon Pit with Vault Breaker. He just keeps coming from that area. If LOLPro were to ward Dragon, they would accomplish two things. They'd have vision of it, and they'd have vision of Get Snuggled. But once again, another engage.
He's going to get the slowdown, the ignite as well. This could be enough to kill off LOD. The binding. Tails picks it up, the dive now onto LOH. He does have his ulti in about 5 seconds. That's not going to matter, though. Another 1 for 0. Both bottom laners now dying twice on LOLPro.
And every kill in this game for VVV, Tails and Gonti have been a part of.
Yeah.
And almost all of them have gone over to Tails, which is fantastic for them. It makes up for the CS, puts him ahead, and it really just puts a lot of pressure on LOLPro. Their bottom lane is not going to be able to carry this game. They're going to have to look elsewhere, which is what we talked about earlier, is the solo laners versus the bottom lane of VVV.
One thing to keep in mind, actually, with the minions is this is 4.2, so the Targons, the Relic Shield Targon's Brace,
that's true,
don't count towards the person it gives to. So there's up to 12 extra minions. It wouldn't actually quite be 12 yet. Up to a 12 minions score that should actually be there for Tails.
He's still down, though.
Yeah, definitely still down, but of course, as we talked about, kills do help quite a bit. Yeah. Chris, Hanser still chilling top lane. And you're seeing Hanser is trying so hard. He had such a good game last time. They did lose, but I thought he played so well overall. And he's trying to push down Chris. He just can't find a way. Oh, finds good damage, Jackie, half HP.
So aggressive. He puts out Jackie from the fight, and it looked like Heaven Time wanted to start up the dragon there. Completely gets rid of that attempt for LOLPro.
See what else they can do there. Turret a little bit under fire. They're going to be all right. Man, LOH has had so many dark bindings. And this is the team with Jackie. Jackie's like the Morgana player. He's like, LOH, here's how you do it. Here's my Morgana tricks. Let me tell you how it's done.
It's got such a long range.
Yeah.
Played against it the other day, and it looks like it's going to fall a little short, but it keeps going.
It's one of the longer range skill shots in our game.
Yeah, it is. I was actually quite surprised by it the first couple of times I ate 3.
The first couple of times you ate 3?
Yeah.
Damn, you got hit more than it was even cast.
Yep, multiple times. You'll play against it once, you get hit by it 3 times, and then you're like, oh, see, that would have hit him if he didn't go off to the right slightly. It's got such a long range on it. And now LeBlanc and Lee Sin down in the bottom lane. They want to shut down this lane from VVV, and they're going
engaged. The bind on Aganti, the stun going to follow up as well. Good damage coming in. LOH not going to go down. Solar Flare not going to do much. Actually puts it on himself just to look pretty. And out she goes. LeBlanc did get the kill credit, so
go down in a blaze of glory. Granted, he's not worth more because he didn't have any kills on him.
300 gold kill, still not bad.
Tails, who's got the shutdown gold in his pocket. You got to mug him for it, though.
Yeah, he's got himself a Bloodthirster. He's happy. He's going to be okay. Clearing off the waves, trying to keep his teammates alive, trying to put the game on his back. 2,000 gold difference. Lee Sin checks the brush to see if Get Snuggled's around, puts the ward down right as Vi comes over there. Not going to get anything for it.
He gets the information not to go.
True.
Which is definitely worth it, considering Get Snuggled's been having a great game. And Heaven Time's actually going for the tank Lee Sin and trying to scale, as opposed to just dominate the early game, which has really been Get Snuggled's forte right now.
But that's just rough if you pick Lee Sin and don't get things going on early on.
Yeah, it's very difficult. His scaling is something that we're trying to find a fix to.
We're looking at it. See what we can do with this one. Lee Sin, definitely a cool bro, though. Not going to lie in this one.
Oh, yeah. He's a great champion. And you're either one of those jugglers that loves him and can play him, or you're one of those guys who's like, I can try to play Lee Sin, and your energy management is terrible. You should just go back to playing Jarvan. Kind of me.
Yep, it's fine. I actually love Lee Sin. Top Lee Sin's one of my favorite champions in the game.
Zion Spartan's right up your alley, then.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he's a fun player to watch. He's like my style of top lane, basically.
Very risky. Not passive at all.
Nope. That's fine. You just go for it. You hope it works. Like my jokes. Top lane turret does go down.
So your jokes,
nope.
You either win with them or you feed. That's pretty much it, right?
Pretty much.
Carry your feed.
I
Carry
don't know
the
why I
cast.
said mid lane.
Or get carried.
Yep. Please carry me. Chris, chillin' top lane with Hanser. 27 minion score here. Actually, Ravenous Hydra already down. He's like just trying to impose his will. Chris is not allowed to get to the back line. Hanser definitely pushing him around, sustaining as best he can. Heaven Time walks through his own pink ward at Tribrush. He knows no one can see him right now. But Bingley said he can't see them either, so. You were going to. You gestured like you were so ready for that one. You can't see it. If we could get an instant replay of the camera feed.
No, don't do that. Anyway.
Cyber is not happy.
No. Anyway. Vision on this dragon here. Gets snuggled. He wants to clear it out. Don't know if he can actually see that. Should be able to. Oh, the turret goes down, and Chris is a little late on that. Chris on
the way back. Gets snuggled. Got Lee Sin queued, but he got rid of the ward. There's another one. There's a little trinket ward across the wall that actually VVV don't know about necessarily.
They got it. Another. Oh, the one that's
the one right up there under the one on the scoreboard. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they previously got one with the pink ward. That one's going to expire. The one by the little bush.
So might the dragon. There's the engage from Saber. The fight's going to happen. The teleport from Trundle. Happy to come in as well. Not going to find a way in. No, he's on the back lines actually. Going to zone out VVV. Lawpro going hard for the dragon. No, they find Get Snuggled, and he goes down right away. Still the 5 bursts for Lawpro. Going to take this. Chris going to keep pushing the top lane in the meantime, but dragon and a kill for Lawpro.
Now the gold is about 800 between these two teams. The dragon, very good TP. He is going to sacrifice some top lane pressure, possibly the turret, if Chris is able to bite into it enough. Doesn't have exterior AD. It's going to take him a bit. But the zone potential there from Lawpro and the fact that On the Hunt was popped just to get in and engage is great. That's what this composition you talked about it in the Champions League, that they're just going to run straight over it. Oh, LOH is in trouble.
Late Black Shield means he's slowed down. Pop's ulti gonna go down. LOD now left alone. No ulti, does have his summoners though. Tails a bit on the chase. No culling. Ziggs bomb flashes it. LOD is safe.
So he flashed 2 Ziggs bombs this game. Right on point for Peek and Wolf. But a good flash there instead of eating it and trying to see if the damage would be enough. Not going to risk it. Top lane turret takes some damage, doesn't go down. Chris is ending up backing, and now he has the Cutlass in his inventory. And now he can sustain and go up against that Trundle. Lost his own tower, so now Hanser has free reign, and he's going to use it here.
Beacon Wolf, can he satchel retreat? He puts this flash on, running away from Hanser. Hanser does not want to chase this one down. Just going to back off, but the trade of summoner spells, not too bad here.
The ward.
Yeah.
The ward.
That's an aggressive pink ward.
Oh,
I'm
Tails.
surprised it got spotted. Tails low on health. They look for Jackie, though. Can he get away? Yes, he can. Here comes the Hanser, though. Looks like Get Snuggle. Snuggle trying to run away. The jump in from Jackie. Going to cheap chasing down. The slow from Heaven Time picks up the kill with the kick and an auto right afterwards. Tails to the side. They're going to keep going for this fight. He's got to run away, though. Low on health. The Boomerang not quite going to land. The fight still continuing. Can VVV win this, or will it be Lawpro? VVV running away. They're going to be safe.
Very low HP there for both Heaven Time and Nijaki. Nijaki didn't hit the Ethereal Chains, so he couldn't pop the Sigil of Silence and blow up Tails immediately. Tails gets out of the fight successfully and gets snuggled. He didn't... No, he used the Assault and Battery.
Yeah.
But wasn't able to pick up Nijaki. And Heaven Time, very, very low, picks him up underneath the turret. And Hanser actually counters and takes the red buff away.
Nice move. That's really good awareness.
Yeah. It's really good. Once you take that top turret, and like I said, you get free reign to roam around in that jungle area. You saw him put a pink down. It did get picked up by Chris, but now he's taking buffs and just causing tiny advantages for himself and taking away the red buff from Get Snuggled, which is very key in buying ganks.
Absolutely. So, you still see where everything's going right now. Nijaki just killing away the minions in mid. A big lead, I gotta say, to Peek and Wolf here. 191 to 136, and his score doesn't reflect the fact that one, his first ulti in the bottom lane got them a kill onto LOD. Second one actually forcing a flash away. Get Snuggle trying to run the nuts, jump back there. The kick going to be a kill for Nijaki. Good setup there by Heaven Time. Peek and Wolf still trying to run away. Satchel charge going to try to get him out. Heaven Time is there for the slow. They won't chase him though. He's got reinforcements.
Good move there by Tails and Gonti to come up, but a better move by Heaven Time to actually pick up Get Snuggled with the help of Nijaki. And now it's a 3-0-1 LeBlanc. That is a great game for him, but down bottom, 5-0-1 on Tails, and now he's pretty much caught up. And it looks like we're going to have an part of an engage here, and they're actually pulling off of that.
Yeah. There's Bug Shield when it works, though.
Yes.
You don't get to do anything. You just run away, and you're like, ah, just cost me a short cooldown of 50 mana.
We have Nijaki and Heaven Time off on the side here. Off on the left, sitting in the bush. It's going to be a 4-on-4 between these two teams, LawPro and VVV.
And a 500 gold difference. These teams remarkably close right now. Game 3, winning and losing, almost definitely the difference between a spot in the Challenger Series postseason and not. That's important to note. This is super frickin' important, guys. It matters a whole heck of a lot. Pay attention.
This is win or lose, out or in for the tournament here.
Yeah.
You win, you make it to the
LCS
quarters,
hopes.
and you get a chance to be in that top 6. Neither team has really run away with this game. VVV slight lead. When I say slight, I mean it is minute. And they are trying to engage here, but they can't find anything. They're on the hunt, just speeding everybody up. But Hanser,
the rest of VVV around, so never mind, nothing picked up. VVV, though, going to go back down towards the mid lane here. 2 turrets to 1 still. Turret pushing has been slow this game. The engages, they've found some ganks, they've found some gold. Ooh.
So Hanser's about to have his teleport up, and there are wards all over for him to TP to. He can actually TP right into the back line.
They find a lot of damage. Gonti with the shield on, though, just won't die, and they find the counter engage. Jackie, way over aggressive.
Just completely destroyed there by the damage that Tails has mounted for himself. Isn't going with the same build with the early IE. But
early Zeal for kiting.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's got to run from Trundle.
It's a good build. I like how he adjusts it to the needs of the team. And boom, they pick up turret for themselves. They don't even check the red. So they aren't actually going to give LawPro dose their own medicine and steal some buffs. Dragon's up in 30 seconds. They should set up for that with ward coverage because it's all dark inside of the Dragon Pit. But around it, both teams have vision of that red side jungle.
Yeah. Seeing Dragon itself rather important. You want to know if it's low, if you can even go for the steal or not. We've seen Ziggs ultis, Sivir all kinds of stuff. Man, that was Lulu-esque the way he cleared those minions.
It's not going to replay that one this time. It wasn't as good.
I mean, it was still pretty cool. Whatever. You know what?
No,
you're the analyst. I understand. We'll go with your opinion here.
We're not getting replays of like these awesome fights, but we're getting replays of Lulu clearing
no,
minions.
Tails, no!
Tails!
Oh man, he explodes. Walks through the wrong neighborhood, gets taken out. LawPro say this is ours.
He blew his barrier.
Honestly, yeah.
Straight through it.
Wave clear the top lane. Trundle on the split push. That's a Hanser. He's got teleport as well, but LawPro don't have any wards right on top of themselves. It'll have to be a flank TP if they go for it. They're just going to take the Dragon, though. No one's going to contest. They know. VVV knows they are outnumbered. Not even going to try. So Dragon goes over LawPro. Now only 300 gold behind VVV.
There's pretty much 300 gold within these waves that are pushing up towards them. Be able to clear it out, even it up very quickly. Oh, Nijaki's pulling him back.
He's going to get hit up a little bit. The Q not going to go for anything else. Of course, he used that to get into range in the first place. Gets snuggled. Lands some more damage. Jackie losing the passive. They kill the clone. 25 gold. What if you missed clicking set the real one there? You're like, the clone, run away. Me. You won't believe it.
Clone would die no matter what.
True. 25 gold either way, but the kill's worth a bit more. LOH knows the red buff is up. He just puts a ward down to see if anyone's going to try to steal it. And recalls back. At this stage, I would give the red buff to the AD carry.
Yeah.
LOD would be happy to chase with that. Actually, rushed a static Shiv. I have not seen that item much in recent past.
He's going for the wave clear, and the stack up on the Bloodthirster. If he does get taken out, he can just restack it quickly off of a couple waves. Sivir already has a lot of innate wave clear in her kit. So, teamfight AoE poke down a little bit. For the static Shiv, since the changes to it where you have to crit the shot in order for the proc to crit, or not the proc, I guess the active.
The lightning to crit.
Yes.
Intended functionality.
Proc is a programmed random occurrence. It's not random.
Not really.
No. It's triggered.
Yep. The triggered occurrence. Troc. Shut up.
Pitok?
Nope. Nope. Troc just sounds better.
Pitok.
Fine, it's a silent P. Happy?
Pitok. Ooh. Okay.
It's like pterodactyl. Of course, that DC is in the pass. Get snuggled is in the game still. Don't worry about it. You can still snuggle in minions in the bottom lane. Actually, the split pushing Vi is interesting. We don't see that often. We saw it a little bit from I'm So Fresh, actually, in the EU scene.
Has good
got
weight
a whole bunch of money on Wukong. Was the most part member of his team, couldn't quite carry the game though. Bai though going for an offensive build here. It's like super dive heavy. They've already got frontliners for Chris and Gonti, which I actually like it. It allows Get Snuggled to go more damage based. Lizard Brutalizer, he can blow people up. Peek and Wolf has the death cap as well. So a lot of upfront burst available.
Yeah, because Get Snuggled is going to find somebody. Question is, how quickly can he blow them up? Because he'll get to Nijaki, and Nijaki will distortion away, possibly mimic it and distortion away again. But in that time that you have Nijaki in your hands, how much damage can you deal to him? Can you do enough to get him out of the fight? That's what Get Snuggled is going for. So the damage build here, and also the Merc Treads, paying a lot of respect to the bindings that LoL Pro has.
Yeah. For good reason, honestly. LOH has been on point with these. He's 0-3-2. That score lies about how good he is, though. Honestly, there was a gigantic tent set up in the bottom lane. Get Snuggled camping there for a while. But Tails
and Gonti, don't know if you were going to make this point, they both have 100% kill participation. And Tails, we said it earlier, in their round of 10 game, was involved in 15 of the 17 kills. So when they do win games, it's typically off the back of Tails.
Yeah.
And him doing so well in lane and then snowballing it into the game.
Worth keeping in mind as well is that both Nijaki and Heaventime have the same stat, actually. They're both at 5 out of 5. Nijaki getting a lot of the last hits there, which is good. LeBlanc getting money is nice. DFG Void Staff. Different build from what we're seeing before. Very bursty. Doesn't find the engage onto Chris. Chris says, guys, they're going to push the turret. Please help me. Dodges the binding. Gets ready for the impending siege.
LOD is by himself. Has Heaventime, and they see him.
Wow, Get Snuggled finds him in the back lines. They're not going to chase him down, though. It's a pretty tanky Lee Sin this time around.
Yeah, not that squishy Lee Sin we previously saw. Finding not landing. It's going to be the go sign there for VVV.
They're going to try for it. Sivir ulti is available, and Pop now blocks the ulti in from Leona. The engage comes in. Snuggled going to go down right away. What's going to happen now? LOH forced to run away. Heaventime dropping dangerously low. The jump over from Chris. He's going to find LOD. 2 kills picked up so far for VVV. Heaventime trying to run, trying to escape. Chris going to chase. He jumps over to a ward. The satchel charge coming in from Ziggs as well. Chris still on the chase. LeBlanc's going to get away. The jump in. Nice escape there for Heaventime, but remember, VVV are 4 versus 3 on the map. Can they take something for this?
It most likely will get a turret, but there aren't any that are directly in a pushed up lane. Baron would be a bit of a gamble. Heaventime is still on the field. We're just going to clear this out, possibly set up for an objective. But there's just so much burst potential here from LoL Pro, and catch potential too.
VVV all grouped up to clear mid lane.
Yeah.
With bot and top both pushing in. They're finally going to get towards the bottom lane. Top still accruing, but they didn't get anything but kills off of that. Dragon was down. The turrets, honestly, none were available. All the lanes were pushing in LoL Pro's favor.
Yeah, there was no objective for them unless they're going to face tank something. But it's the opposite for LoL Pro here. They could take this turret with just brute force.
No, they're just going to go in forward. Hans are really trying to make things happen. Pretty tanky, man. Mid lane turret going to be dropping down. VVV did not rotate back in time. Chris still in the top lane. LoL Pro go over 2, or I should say -2 in the fight, but get a turret afterwards. 600 gold separates these guys. Game 3 of the quarterfinals. LCS hosts hopes, again, rest on this game right here.
It's double or nothing.
It kind of is. It really kind of is. I don't know if really kind of works as a phrase.
Really kind of? I mean, that's kind of like if you want somebody to join you on your bandwagon of uncertainty.
Or is it really kind of like if someone
Really
was going to join you on your bandwagon of uncertainty?
Kind of want to not do that. And they're going straight in, but
Kind of.
disengage. Not really.
Here we go. LOH, so not on the right side of this fight, taking a whole bunch of damage from Tails. He's going to go down right away. Oversteps his balance on Morgana. Into the backline goes Chris. The bomb coming across Heaventime. Low on health. LOD. Oh, he kicked him towards his teammate. Heaventime, not what you wanted there. Get Snuggled shows up for Hanser. Very tanky Trundle. Can he stay in good shape here? Jackie explodes Chris right there, who had not a lick of MR in his build. 4 assists for that one as well. That's a very rich kill.
He's tanky, but not in the right stat. Oh, he finds Hanser.
Hanser not in the best spot right now, getting knocked around, nowhere to go, but the pillar might keep him alive. Tails not going to hit the rest of the culling. Hanser still on the run, escaped successfully, 0-0-4.
VVV turns their sights to Dragon, which is the right choice here. If they had chased out the troll, he's got some movement speed, can just deter them with the pillar. So they get the easy objective. Everything else for them is kind of, they had to go far and reach for it because it's these these inner turrets on both top and bottom.
Yeah.
That are really all they can get. And they're going to need deeper wards and a better team fight setup before they can get those objectives. Whereas LoL Pro, they don't have to go as deep because they still have that middle one for themselves. VVV stretch a little more thin, even though it's essentially the same except for the mid.
All right.
It's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I probably should have just said that.
That's fine. The explanation is still worth it. It's like showing your work in math. You can give the answer and be like, you know, I think they're going to pick Elise. But that's not very interesting when you hear about it. You're just like, oh, you guessed the champion.
Show your work in math, hide it all in English.
That's true.
Yep.
Man, what a lame subject. That's why I liked math always. You get partial credit a lot. I was actually good at math, though.
Good try. At least you tried. Just put scribbles for your work. No answer. Half credit.
That's not true. What kind of school did you go to? Oh, right. Not gonna. No, I'm not gonna go for the college rivalry.
Oh, the college rivalry.
Then I realized that would be mean, because UCSD is the best. LOH clearing away the minions. Having time. Doing the same. All right. 1,200 gold. VVV in the lead here. Get snuggled, looking for someone to be friends with. Civility goes in.
Gonna go for LOD right here.
Oh, in the backside has nowhere to go. Do they have the damage? Yes, they do. Explodes. Double kill here for Ziggs. The kick, nice one actually with the double knock up there. Pekin Wolf looking for more. Chris learned his lesson from last time. Doesn't test Jackie. But a 2-0. Can they play for Baron? What are these guys going to go for? Heaven Time is low on health. Might have to buy home guards to get into this one. It is the Baron attempt here for VVV. They've got a pink port down. They're burning it down. Can they get it?
Heaven Time, low HP, gets snuggled also on that. Gonti trying to take it up. They need Chris in there. But Get Snuggled is very vulnerable to burst right now.
Smite's available on both sides. Snuggled is low on health. Heaven Time, the Q comes down. They jump in. Chris looks for the kill. They get it. But there's low health bar. Snuggled has to run away. Snuggled. Oh, gosh. Ah, they're pushing low pro away. The shield comes in from Leona. Gonti nearly dies. They pick up Baron Nashor. To be fair, that was really well played by VVV.
Yeah. They're like, just kill it, just kill it, just kill it, just kill it. The face of the mountain was used on Snuggled to keep him in the fight and give him the confidence to not Vault Breaker out, but instead to stay in. And I like the play from Chris. He had the Sonic Wave on him to go towards Heaven Time, so he couldn't get into the pit unless he used his own flash. They ended up blowing him up with a nice Dragon's Descent and Bouncing Bomb just to clean it up. Baron goes over to VVV, and now they have that 5k gold lead. VVV has had about 7k gold lead maximum in both these games.
Yeah. Like their total gold lead is like maybe like 9k at like combined maximum points, you know?
Every game they get out to a lead. The LoL Pro always seems to have something in their back pocket in terms of counterplay, which is a big testament to their team. So people always say, oh, it's easy to snowball a game. It's easy to just close out.
Not always.
Some teams have trouble with it. But everybody will tell you it's harder to play from behind.
Yes.
And that's what makes the great players amazing.
Yes.
Because people like Dyrus, he's always like, oh, if I die in top lane, I play better because I'm playing from behind, and then I'm more worried. And I'm not giving up
smarter
kills.
choices.
Exactly. They make smarter choices, and the other team might get that whole God complex and dive view.
Sure.
But it is harder to play from behind, substantially harder, especially when there's pressure and morale issues.
First world problems for Dyrus. Wins his lane all the time. Can't play from behind.
Still wins, though.
Has a harder time playing. Oh my gosh, that was one 6Q. Look at the damages did to LOD and Jackie. I mean, like...
Nothing to make flash red.
Wolf is gigantic.
That's the poke right there. Don't give him Nidalee, you're still going to give him Ziggs. It's off the screen poke, but it's still very, very relevant.
There you go, bomb still coming through. Damage in Heaven Time. Turret's going to go down. Baron buff on VVV. There goes Tails with the culling. Not going to hit much more here, but 14-7. 6,000 gold put VVV ahead. They're looking to close out Game 3 and make it to the semis. They're going to stay for this siege. I've seen this before, but this time there's no Pantheon.
Yeah. No exposed inhibitor either in the mid lane, which has been the story both games. VVV always getting the first inhibitor, but not closing the game out in the first one. Second one, they had a better showing. But I blame it on the team comp. And now, off on the side.
Damage coming in. A little bit taken off that inhibitor turret. Tails going for a couple more attacks there. Got to be careful. Needs the back line. Needs to stay in the back line. Needs a tank line to keep himself alive.
Big minion wave down bottom. If they wait long enough, they might get another Tails.
Jackie goes in, Tails low on health, but they find Heaven Time. He just goes down to dive in. There comes Gonti. There's everyone else. 2 kills so far. Make that 3. LOH and Hans are only ones alive. Can they keep LOL Pro's hopes in this game? Tails sitting on the turret. Chris low on health. They're going to find the inhib turret here. Hanser forced back top. Inhibitor now under fire. 30 seconds on the respawns. They've got a minion wave. 5 versus 2. Health bar's a bit low, but VVV has Baron. Next is turret number 1.
Now they're going on to number 2 right now. VVV, 5 against 2. They like their odds. They're going to go for the Nexus here. Close it out 2-1.
And they get it.
And secure their spot as one of the top 6 teams for the postseason in the championship.
There you go, 36 minutes in, they close it out. Very well played by these guys. Coming back 0-1 in the series, and they were controlling game 1. They were winning that game. And then it just slipped away. And like, that's gotta be morale crushing.
Yeah.
Where you're like, how did we lose that?
Yeah, it was a switch up in their strategy, and it was kind of like one of those shocks where we shouldn't run Gragas top.
Yeah.
We should stick to Shyvana.
It almost worked. Like, I don't want to throw him under the bus for that one. It almost worked. It just didn't quite.
It was the closeout and the great engagement from Pantheon.
Yeah.
From LOL Pro. So LOL Pro, they only get 2 points.
Yeah.
Which pretty much puts them in the same boat as Team 8.
Chance is almost gone.
Pretty much. A miracle would have to happen for them to make it in. But VVV, on the other hand.
Yeah, looking great.
Oh, yeah, and they definitely deserve it. Like you said, playing from behind in series points, but they were always ahead in most of those games.
Yeah, true.
And both these teams, they could be top 6 teams, but it's VVV that comes out on top and gets those 7 points for going to the quarters.
Challenger series, pretty freaking tough for these guys. VVV did make it. They will play LMQ in the semis. And now with tonight's games that are match history, let's check out the updated bracket.
Yeah, thanks to VVV, 2-1 winning over LOL Pro. VVV Gaming advances to the semifinals, where they face LMQ on Saturday, March 22nd, after Week 9 of the North American LCS.
And remember, even though the LCS is dark next week, Complexity Red will face off against Curse Academy, and Complexity Black will face off against Cloud9 Tempest in their quarterfinal matches.
A second round of North America's quarterfinals start on March 13th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 2 a.m. Central European Time.
And then on Thursday, March 20th, the LCS makes its triumphant return as the European LCS kicks off Week 9 of the Spring Split, starting with Gambit Gaming versus Alliance.
And then, after the pros finish their night out on the Rift, the European Challenger Series semifinals start up with Osomniac taking on Departed.
And with that, it's time to say goodbye. But before we go, I want to say thanks again to our friends at Coca-Cola. Now for myself, Zyrene, and the rest of the broadcast crew, thanks for watching, good night, and GG.